Discord test, Discord test.
Hey, what's going on, Pat? Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, J-Flow, are you going to have music playing? Should I kill my Pandora now while I can reach everything?
No, just keep it going. Keep your stuff going. I'm just gonna talk a little bit. We're just gonna figure this out on the go. Are you doing the workout with us?
Yeah, volcano clockwise. Or counterclockwise, right?
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, I'm about to get started. I thought Matt Roth was gonna log on here in a minute, so we'll give it another minute or so. Mr. Kev, Stefan, are you riding with us today? Andy? Good morning, everybody. If any of you guys are doing the ODZwifters workout today, we are in the other channel. If you want to jump in there, I'm more than happy to have you over. We're doing Sweet Spot Training 726. So let me know if you guys are going to be jumping over there. Okay, I think we're ready to roll. Let me send out some messages here and we'll make it happen. Oh, hey, Pippagram.
Figured it out.
Sounds good. Glad you made it. Okay, go ahead and start pedaling and rolling out. Should be all around here. I'm right near the cave. Everyone's pretty close by. Go ahead and start your roll. We should be able to get this warm up going here. It should be around 110 beats per minute per person. Go ahead and start your roll. So this initial warm up here is typically...
Oh, I missed the cave memo. I'm way back by the start line.
No worries. It's gonna be, it'll start like right when you go, so it's not a big deal. We don't need to be all grouped up. We're gonna be mostly on voice here, so we'll get spread out right at the first interval. So just keep watching the cues here, and I'll keep giving the wattage here. So it's kind of tough because we can't get into a workout right in the middle, so not a big deal. So just get up to that wattage there.
Sure you can. If you're paired up with a power meter, you can go wherever you want. Just hit letter E.
And in the middle.
And then pick everything up.
Okay, could do that for the future. I just remember people saying E wasn't working in the middle of the ride. I didn't know if that was fixed yet. So I was just thinking, people head up.
That's only when you've already chosen to do an event. You can't then go and do E.
Copy that, gotcha.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, that would be a dream thing. Like you could just go into the module, make a workout like this, and then everybody would say, hey, at the Jarvis tree, stop and do this. But we can't have nice things because people want 400 little bunny hill climbs on the volcano.
Play nice, Pat. Play nice.
It's 4 a.m. I am playing nice.
There goes Pippa. Yeah, so this beginning warm-up, at least this first stage of it, is made to be done in the smaller chain ring. Just get your legs warmed up, get that cadence up to looking at 90 plus. Just be a nice time to kind of put it all together, get your legs and the blood flowing through the legs. So. Andy, are you on with us? Or are you just hanging out?
I'm going to do a slightly different workout that's on my schedule today. I couldn't manage to swap things around to
Nice.
not do it, but I thought I'd come and do moral support.
Have fun. Thank you. Kev, I hope you are rolling, and workout is probably coming up on your screen. So we're looking at about 2.5 minutes left here, the first step, and we'll ramp it up to the next 6-minute section here. We'll be wanting to change into the larger chain ring. Don't worry about the gaps. They're naturally going to be separating here with different wattages, so just really here at the beginning. I think everybody on here has done a sweet spot workout. It's really pretty much Pat's bread and butter, and I know Pippa's done a lot of the ODZwifters workouts before. So definitely something, not anything new. I think what would be new for us is all of us together doing it. Something that we're going to try to start and see if gains a little bit of traction. See if people are interested in kind of coming all together to make this happen. Whether it be weekly or whatever we have in mind. So might be interesting. There you go, Pat.
Yeah.
You had about 50 seconds to the next step.
52.
Yep, sounds good. Pippa, you should be right about there. Kev, should be pretty close too. Don't forget, move up to the big chain ring. Probably a gear or so, depending on your setup, but yeah. So it's kind of a toss-up on whether it would be interesting to roll around on Zwift Live by ODZ doing this. So I'm recording it, go watch it later, see if we think, and if it's interesting enough, then we can pass it to Zwift Live. All right, change that gear to the bigger chain ring and see what we got. Might need one less gear actually. So you have a little bit of time to ramp up, but the goal wattage should be on the next little tick for that 5 minutes. So for me it's 230, but it'll be different for each rider. So a lot of times this warm-up is actually designed as a systems check, specifically something you do every workout or maybe even every ride to let you know how you feel at each level of zones, each level of intensity efforts, just to kind of tell yourself how your legs are feeling that day. So you're looking at your perceived exertion through each of the 3 sections. This one in particular, and the next one after this. You'll be able to tell kind of how you feel and how the legs feel.
hopeless, overcome by the nostalgia. I am on call when you need me. Let me know.
Yeah, that's one bad thing. I can't click back to Pippa Graham or any of the other riders while we're in workouts.
If I love you, it's a mistake. If I don't, you know, space and time wouldn't let you be mine. But I've come to understand.
Yeah, I suppose that's the downside. And also, Zwift Live would be a slight delay, wouldn't it? So that would work really well to have that kind of studio and people be able to see you to copy what you're doing.
So they wouldn't listen on Discord, they would just watch.
I suppose, be the wrong way around. You almost want the video to be a few seconds ahead so they can see what you're starting to do, and then hear you say,
Huh, yeah. Oh, it's over here. Work out the bugs. Looking good, Pippa. I can see you now.
It smelled like Michigan, and it felt like lust, and the nostalgia's killing me, and it's all because I'm in the arms of a stranger, pretending it's love, holding her closely, remembering your touch, and I'm wrapped on your finger, even though I'm not love, in the arms of a stranger, pretending it's love.
So the target during this part of the warm-up is a little bit of high endurance, zone 2 stuff, right before your tempo. It's kind of your steady state stuff. So again, just increasing your warm-up, as well as giving you a systems check to see how the legs feel, keeping around 90 cadence, 85, 95, anything in between, whatever your comfort zone is. Thanks for the host, Honors Old. So we've got what, 6 intervals to do today, all at 7 minutes a piece. Typically we'll run through, we'll try to do them all kind of real steady and constant, but what we're going to try to throw in today, since we have it, is we'll put some cadence cues in there. For example, we'll do the first one regular, kind of find out what our natural cadence is, and then we'll try to go 5 or 10 less, 5 or 10 more on some of them, and kind of get a feel for how we are efficient at sweet spot for those different cadences. Just get an idea of how that feels. About 50 seconds to the next ramp up here. You're looking good, Pippa. Heart rate looks good. Power looks good. Right on the dot. We're gonna do that next ramp up. Still in the big chain ring. Maybe another gear or so to get up to that next level of wattage. Still shooting for about 90 RPM in the large chain ring. Ramping up to that next colored yellow bar of wattage. You can do it sooner, you can do it later, just depending on how you feel. So usually the day before a race or right before a race, and I'm doing this warm-up, this next step tells us, will really tell you how you're doing. It's going to be right near threshold. And for the next 2 minutes, you can kind of see how your legs are feeling and how much fatigue you're carrying from the day before or the whole week as a whole. Looking good, Pat. Heart rate nice and stable. Cadence looking
Thanks.
really
I
good.
usually skip this interval.
Alright, for the sake of the workout. I feel like, well, unless you're riding like lots and lots of volume, the heart rate tends to be pretty low in this one. Target heart rate typically is like 160, and I don't think a lot of us will get to that. We don't bring that much fatigue in.
Unless you're Justin.
That's the person I was thinking of.
I was thinking we should vote Justin out of the group because he raises the bar just a little bit too high.
Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, this next 2-minute free ride, you could easy coast, which is what I usually do, or you could backpedal depending on your setup. What works on a kicker, Pat? Can you stop pedaling and it still go, or do you have to pedal?
Yeah, as long as it's labeled free ride, you can do whatever you want.
So what you could do is watch if you can keep a constant wattage under 100, around 50 watts or something like that. You could see how quickly your heart rate recovers during this time and kind of watch that from time to time at the end of this 2 minutes where your heart rate is, and then that could be our last check to see how you're recovering on that day. All little indicators of how you are and how you're feeling and how much fatigue you're bringing into that workout or race.
I don't know what other people's erg mode is like, but mine's pretty rubbish on the Bushido in terms of it. The lowest wattage you go down to is about 140.
Oh wow, that's
Or it
pretty
gives
low.
up.
Okay. If you pedal backwards,
no,
will it
intense-
still go or no?
I haven't tried it, haven't got a free ride on this one. But yeah, if it sets like an 80 watt, you just can't get down to 80 watts.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so about 30 seconds, we'll be ramping up into our first SST. So there's no target on the cadence, just try to hit that wattage, see how that feels, and then we'll get settled in, and we'll put some targets out there for the next one.
I'm riding with no brain, bitch, I'm out of it. Do you slide on all your nights like this? Do you try on all your nights like this? Put some spotlight on the slide, oh yeah. Whatever comes too clear.
Here we go. Let's ramp it up nicely to that target wattage there. It's gonna be pretty close to the top of your sweet spot, so even couple watts below isn't gonna hurt us. It's gonna usually be set pretty high towards the top of sweet spot. There you go, Pippa. Just dial that into 290. Looking good.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.
I suppose, Jason, you could run the intervals from your Garmin and not through Zwift, and then you'd be able to click around and see people.
Oh, okay. I'd run the workout. Yeah, I could insert it to there. That could be it. I could also just call it. Yeah, that's true. Without the workout module. Everyone just have to listen to the cues.
Was the prototype like 3 stacks on that CD? An example of the perfect candidate now. All your girlfriends say that you don't want to see.
Hurts so good.
You're the reason that I just can't concentrate. I've been trying to fix my pride, but that shit's
Oh, I dropped that video into a splash page today on OBS, so hopefully that'll look nice at the beginning of all this.
that I'm at an all-time.
You're a bit cruel, Jason, starting with the 726 rather than the 626.
Oh, yeah, just because I did it last week. On me, for me. But yeah, it's fine. Typically, people can do 7. Yeah, usually the 6 and the 7 I leave for people who haven't really done SST work at all. Looking good, Pippa. Alright, coming up on halfway through the first interval here. Kind of gauge yourself, see where you're at. Try to take note of that average cadence that you're using, something you're gravitating towards. You can work from there for the next intervals.
I love you, even though I don't like you right now. I want you, even though you keep breaking me down. We got really high hopes.
So I guess you're saying my 74 cadence is a bad thing for later?
Well, something to change up at least, or try. I know you kind of grind it, huh? Pretty low, 75 to 80, right?
It's only erg. On the street, my cadence is really high.
It's really weird, huh?
Yeah, I was watching on the comedian, my cadence was usually like around 100.
Yeah. I wonder how you'd be if you jump back on a kinetic or something. I bet you'd be the same. It's probably just the nature of the trainer.
Do you find the same when you're not in erg mode, Pat?
I'm either in erg mode or race mode, so I don't know.
90 seconds left. Great job on the first one here.
You ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta say nothing. I already know why you tripping. I ain't had nothing to do with them bitches. You ain't gotta say nothing. 6 and chill when she bustin'. Shit is in my face when she rushed in. Throwing purses, makeup, and brushes.
Can't keep it inside. Loving with caution, no,
Just under a minute. Keep it nice and steady. No spikes at the end here.
even though I don't like you right now, I want you. Even though you keep breaking me down, we got really high highs, really low lows, but I still love you. Even though I don't like you right now, I don't like you, no.
Alright, should be about to finish up this first one here. Alright, first rest. 2 minutes. So the wattage is actually set pretty low on purpose. So you want all your efforts and all your recovery to happen. You know, a lot of times people will hold another level of power during the during the intervals in between the recoveries, but really we have other workouts that will push you to that level. So really try to recover. More important on the I guess the higher wattage workouts that we have, VO2 max. But for SST, you know, just keeping this nice, you know, zone 2 active recovery is gonna be a really nice place so that you feel strong, be able to put those wattages out every single time and help the system kind of cycle down out of work mode into recovery and then back to work mode as the interval starts. We have about 1 minute left.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink, swalla la la. Drink, swalla la la. Swalla la la. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink, swalla la la. Drink, swalla la la. Swalla la la. Freaky, freaky, yeah.
All right, should be about 30 seconds into the next one. All right, so think about that cadence that you had for the first one. For example, mine's closer to 90. Let's try to add 5 to 10 to that for the next one. It might, you know, require some changes in the gears and things like that, but see if you can just get 5 or 10 RPM a little bit higher just to push it just a bit here for the next one. Should be starting in about 10 seconds here. There we go. Back up the sweet spot. Try to see numbers 5 or 10 RPM higher than the last set.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink, swalla la la. Drink, swalla la la. Swalla la la. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink, swalla la la. Drink, swalla la la. Swalla la la. Freaky, freaky, yeah. My freaky, freaky.
Hey yo, mud girl, no swallow nothing. Word to the Dalai Lama, he know I'm a fashion killer. Word to John Galliano, he cupping that Valentino. Ain't no telling me no, I'm that bitch and he know. Like how your wife needs thoughts, you don't get wins for that. I'm having another good year, we don't get blimps for that. Cause the gang still cold, we don't get minks for that. When I'm popping them bananas, we don't link chimps for that. I gave these bitches 2 years, now your time's up. Bless her heart, she throwing shots, but every line sucks. I'm in that cherry red foreign.
You know, definitely at 5 or 10 RPM could really feel kind of out of sorts. And having this increased cadence can definitely help in closing gaps without having to change a gear, being able to work at this higher RPM interval. Of course, every time you drop a gear, you drop a little bit of wattage, trying to catch up and then having to overpower that gear. So being able to spin up in a race situation can definitely be very helpful.
Young Money, Jay-Z.
Derulo.
Hey Andy, so if they were watching, then they would not even be on Discord either. They would just watch. Because my talking and the video would be off, right?
Sorry, threshold interval.
Okay,
Um,
I'll see you in a minute.
well,
It's okay.
but
Yeah, I hate that when you get called by the teacher and you're mid-effort.
The other day, my wife comes out in the middle of a VO2 max. She's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm okay. 2 more minutes. I'll be back." Hey, there's Kev.
Got your mind on me. Go it till it's all gone. I don't gotta save no. I can blow a check. Tell me what it's gonna be. When they wanna go off, they know all my money show off. I don't ever get it one way. Yeah, spin it and I get it same day. But
the only thing you'd lose would be interaction. So they could type questions or
Yeah,
ask them on Discord, but they'd be behind. You mentioned a point. It could be, a while until they get to ask a question about that point.
right. That's good. Something to think about. Hey, Kev, I see
But
you
I think
there. Oh, go ahead, Andy.
I think of two options. I think probably pushing people to Beam or Swift Live to watch rather than be on Discord is probably the more maybe immersive, maybe that's one word, but being able to see what you're doing that someone else is suffering with them, I think is more important than the instant feedback.
Worth a try.
I mean, you could do a multi-stream now. I'm beaming. I'm only like 3 seconds off your time.
Okay, well, 2 minutes left here in this interval. Making sure you're keeping just a little bit higher RPM than the last one. About 5 or 10, keeping that wattage just where it's at.
So a general question, Jason, not about your workout, but
Sure.
as I'm doing threshold workout. At the moment, I'm finding like threshold really difficult. Like I'm on 5-minute intervals here, and I'm struggling by the end of the 5 minutes. Which threshold, technically should be able to hold for an hour. I know that's not realistic, but so I'm just wondering whether the high volume I'm doing could have dropped my threshold.
I don't think it's dropped your threshold. I think bringing fatigue into workouts the way you've had back-to-back days can definitely make it more difficult to hold threshold. But I think, let's say you kept the number, rested a day or so, I think you could probably easily do it. I don't think having fatigue or the high TSS necessarily drops your threshold, just makes it harder to hold just because of the fatigue. Essentially that stress balance.
Yeah, well, last week was a rest week, well, recovery week, so I did about 350 TSS. And I'm doing about, so this is about my 8th week of doing like plus 10 hours a week, all workouts, but a lot of endurance in there.
Yeah.
So I just thought by now my body would be getting used to the high volume.
All right, should be close to the end of that interval. All right, I got 2 minutes rest here. Yeah, to your point, Andy, what was your TSS before that? About 6 or 7? 100, sorry.
Yeah, so I'm doing about 700 average a week.
Yeah, still not convinced that the threshold's coming down. I think just more getting into that uncomfortable zone of what you like or don't like, and that you're good at. I think it's just a matter of adaptation. But, you know, on any given day, you know, we have that percentage, you know, ticker to bring it down, you know, 2 or 3% to make it manageable. So you're not mentally getting like hammered by the red numbers. And even if you're dropping 2, even up to 4% on your target numbers, you're still reaching the goal of the workout. Anything more than like 5 to 8, and you're kind of missing, but anything between really 1 and 5 is reasonable on any given day, depending on stress life, work life, all those other things outside. Yeah. All right, we're about 30 seconds till our third one here. I'd like to try just a little bit more cadence. Not comfortable, I know. Try to push another 5 or 10 over the last one you did. If you're not able to, you can drop down to the one we just did. So we're gonna look at about 10 or 15 from the original number that we had on our first one. A little bit uncomfortable, but give it a try and see how it feels. Here we go, about 5 or 10 seconds here.
Every street in the city ends up where I don't wanna be. The signs tell me how far I am from you, even though you're all that I see. I'm in the car, stealing from the past, but it's written on my windshield tonight.
So you may find that your wattages are kind of bouncing all over, not as steady as it was at like your standard 85, 90, or what you normally ride SST at. Just lets us know that you're not able to keep that steady power on the pedal. So something that makes you a little uncomfortable, something we can work on and use and have that to go to when we're in the ride or the race. Look at that, Pat, almost at 90 RPM.
Solid 85 for this round.
Nice job, nice job. And Kev and Pippa, keep that RPM going, keep those legs spinning. Morning, Damon. Sorry we missed you this morning. This might move around a little bit workout-wise, so you'll get a chance. Don't forget, we're also on a live stream if you want to see the rest of this. I'll post the link up here in a moment.
Awesome, Jason. I'll definitely look for the times of the.
Nice job, everybody. About halfway through this interval. Keep pushing. Spin those legs up.
So just to distract you while you're hurting, I always find, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, I always find the first interval and the penultimate interval, the ones that hurt the most. So the first one when you're getting used to what power you've got to put out, and then the last one, you know it's the last one, so it doesn't hurt quite as much. But that second to last one is the one that hurts me the most.
Like a sign of a good made workout. You should not want to do it at the beginning. Think that you might be able to finish it at the end, in the middle. Maybe have hope of finishing it. And then at the last interval, thank God that it's all over. This means that it's actually pushing you pretty good. But sometimes you can adjust. So I guess answering the question, you could adjust that warm up to get closer to what you're going to do that day. Because a lot of times there's real standard ramp ups to those workouts. So increasing those powers closer to what you're going to do sometimes can really help. So you might consider that.
I almost find the warm ups depressing because they, especially the Zwift ones, normally have like a minute at the end of the warm up. It's at the power that you're going to have to do for the first interval.
Yeah.
And I find that minute hard enough.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I've got 5 minutes and a couple of minutes to go.
One minute to go. Keep those legs spinning. I'll circle back to Andy. Just give me a minute. All right, nice job, everybody. Gear down, get some recovery here, spin those legs out. One good note also during this recovery is making sure you keep your cadence, high and not to stop pedaling. There are some cases at the end of an interval you're pretty much flat. At that time, I actually would recommend people to back pedal if their setup allows them to. That way, your legs are still moving. You want those legs to move during this recovery period. So keep them moving. Now, and to Andy, the warm-up, yeah. So a lot of times extending that a bit or getting into that harder section and giving you more recovery before that, like let's say 1 minute at that threshold, let's say for today, and giving you more time to recover and maybe doing one more and then more time to recover can definitely help. So really just a matter of per rider. Some riders can just go out the gate and hammer. Others need a little bit of more warm-up. You'll see younger riders being able to just get off the trainer and go race, get out of the car and go race. Where you'll see like your masters racers here locally, they'll be on a trainer for a long bit amount of time to get their body ready to go. Not saying you're old, just saying something to consider. Okay, we're up to the next one. Let's do just your natural cadence, what you normally roll, just to get our legs back to normal. So whatever you normally roll, do what's comfortable, and let's get that wattage. And then we'll work on other cadence on the last two. Maybe settling in here, finding that cadence that you are most comfortable with, close to where we started during the first interval. So what you might notice is as you go back to a natural cadence, your legs may feel a lot more tired from working at that higher, uncomfortable cadence. Typically, right, your hamstrings, back of the leg, trying to get back down to that normal cadence. So again, something to work on, getting yourself out of that comfort zone, not locking yourself into one cadence all the time, kind of working all those energy systems, even within the same wattage. About halfway there. About 2 minutes left here. We got this. Fatigue's starting to set in just a little bit. Legs feeling heavy. Keep it going. Only got a handful left.
Can I just say this is looking far too easy for you?
Remember when we were so small and all the times we used to fall. You never
1 minute. Push through, push through.
we wake up and we go to school together, breaking every rule. They say that we're just young and fools, young and fools. Grown-ups, what do they know? Living by the stories on the radio. Bad news on the TV. Headlines and made up reality.
30 seconds, push through. Just about there.
All we really need is a stereo. We're young hearts, look at us go. There's no stopping us, we will carry on. We're young hearts, look at us go. All we really need is a stereo. We're young hearts, look at us go.
Nice job, nice job. So you should find that that first and the fourth interval there should feel a little bit different with a little bit of fatigue. So letting us know that there's more work to be done. Or if everything's comfortable, you're doing pretty good as far as efficiency on the high end. So on the next one, we're gonna work our other way. We're gonna go try to go 5 or 10 below, and then 5 or 10 below that for the final one. It's gonna be a bit of a grind. If it's just one gear more, it's one gear more. But just try to go one gear that you would normally not do, just to kind of really feel that grind and that push up. And so try that for the next one. We got 1 minute rest here. Keep that wattage low and those legs spinning. Should only have about 18 minutes left of this workout. We got 2 intervals to go. This next one we're gonna shoot for 5 under your normal naturally selected cadence. So 5 or 10 under. So find those gears and get it done. Pat, do you ever find yourself like at 65, like in a race or just workouts, or what do you do for this sort of thing?
I'll get down to 65. I'll get down almost.
Pretty low.
having that button there to reduce percentage is too tempting.
It is. It was in Trainer Road. It was a nice big button. Whenever you wanted to push it, you could even use a slider to change the number percentage, if I remember right.
At least it's better than just having to give up and flick to the next
Yeah,
break.
yeah, so
I collapsed and gave in, went down 5%.
hey, so I think as someone who makes the workout, I'd rather you keep going at a reduced percentage than to drop to recovery. You know what I mean? So if you could do it at 5% on that day, hey, I say do it. And then come back another day, you know?
Yeah, that was the only saving grace for the Supperfest app.
Yeah.
So you reckon, should I start the next interval at the same percentage I finished the last one at, or put it back up to 100?
I said stay at it and see, and I think you'll find yourself able to complete it. And it'll be kind of more of a mental thing, you know? Mental boost, be like, I could probably do like 96 or 97, and you try it again. Yeah, you're probably somewhere in between there. It's really a feeling thing. Think about those days in the shed. It was like 100 or whatever, compared to like days that are super cool. Your body just feels better doing something, you know? In this fifth interval, for those on the workout, it's a good time to do, I guess what we call a systems check. Making sure your hands, your shoulders, and your back, everything all relaxed, nice and braced, so you're not doing any extra energy out of your body, everything going down to your legs, pushing down each side, pulling up on the opposite. Nice circles as we push down to this lower cadence.
That's it too. Maybe, you know, because it irks so much, and I'm forced to consistently pedal.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to bother me too much.
Oh yeah, man, at 67, 68 for you? Wow. I'm barely hitting low 80s. But yeah, I think that's the advantage. And I think that's what makes you so strong. You know, that muscular build at this low grinding cadence builds those muscles to be able to do this for such a long time. You've been doing like 2 times 20 forever, right? So it's like nothing.
Yeah. This feels like commuter efforts to me. When you catch all the green lights for a while.
You know you drop everyone at this wattage on a commute.
Not with a 20-pound bag.
Oh, this is true. This wattage is higher than most of the Cat 4 riders that are winning in this area of their FTP. Good job, everybody. About 2 minutes left here. Again, one of those uncomfortable things. You're outside of your norm, so really push it and try to learn something here. That's about a minute here. Almost there. Just about 30 seconds. One thing to remember, for those recoveries, it's a good time to also stand up. Because at this point, if you haven't stood, you're looking at 50 some odd minutes in the saddle. It's a good time is to leave it in a heavy gear here, stand up during the recovery, and really easy pedal just to get off the saddle. It's something you might want to try here.
Morning.
Good morning. Our
Morning.
fifth of 6 intervals of SST over here.
Nice. I was just gonna ask how things were going.
That's good. I mean, the idea of keeping the intervals under 10 minutes has been really key for this group, making sure that we make it manageable.
Nice. I'm gonna meet Tex and Ty Driscoll about 5:15. I think we're gonna do the Maddie Heyman workout.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, what are you? I just jumped on. I heard Maddie Heyman workout.
Yeah. Tex and Ty Driscoll and I are gonna do that at 5:15. You gonna join us?
It's like a gym. You're like, what time's the next class? 5:15. All right, let's do that one.
Oh, Maddie? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, see, now Matt Roth wishes he woke up earlier to do the SST one.
I really do. Oh, I woke up and then I said I woke up, was getting ready, and it turned into a shitstorm. I love my kids, and then so I'm on now. That's what matters.
It's all right. It's all right.
The Maddie Heyman workout.
I've never done it, so I don't know what we're in for.
Oh, it's a Heyman's Hustle. Is that what you're thinking? Is it one of mine? One of our workouts?
I'm not sure. Tex was talking about it.
I think it is.
Yeah, we've done it before.
Pat is the brainchild of that. It's a VO2 max and recovery at SST, I think, if I remember right. All right.
That's it.
For everyone in this interval, we're going 10 to 15 under, 10 or 15 under your natural cadence. This will be a grind. Get down there, get low, get low, get low. Got 7 minutes left. I can show what these guys missed this morning.
I hope Jenner's including all of his.
Jenner's doing a threshold workout.
But just along for moral support. But I just finished my threshold workout at intervals. Now I've got a recovery and a bit of endurance. So all easy from here on in.
I was torn, Greg and Matt, like if this would be interesting for people to watch on Zwift Live without commentary and a bunch of people just, I don't know, just spinning around with someone telling them to go lower or higher cadence or wattages. I'm just trying to figure out how it would all work.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because spin classes are so popular, and you're, kind of creating, similar type of atmospheres. So
I think the only, not issue, but we're trying to figure out feedback and being able to have other riders on the screen. Because obviously I'm on a different screen than Hippogram and than Pat is. But we're on together on Discord. So is that enough to keep us together,
Yeah.
Hey Matt, when you did them before with Ty, is that enough? Or did you guys stay together?
Yeah, we generally stayed somewhat together, but it was, you know, when you're in your own little box of pain, you just sort of, you know, you're not really I mean, you're talking to each other, trying to get everything and make sure each of us are doing it, but you know, you eventually, you know, pull away or drop back.
And you guys all ran the workout, or just, if I remember, one of you just did, right? You just called it out.
Yeah. So that did help. So I was one doing the workout, and then everyone else just sort of did, you know, yeah. So then they would just do it and try to hit whatever marks I was saying.
Okay.
It being in the workout. So, you know, I know they cheated. but it's no, but that, I mean, it worked out. It worked out.
Because right now we have everyone in the module, and then I can't even click around to see anyone else.
Oh, so you guys started in the pin.
Yeah, and then we started, not in the module, sorry. Everyone's in the workout mode. But then, so that means I can't,
Right.
I can't see, you know,
You can't.
other riders, yeah, working out with me. And like tell them like, oh, that looks good, or whatever. Just thinking.
Yeah, you may not. I would. You probably would have to be. I don't know how you do it, but you'd almost need to be outside of the workout mode just so that you could go back and forth.
Yeah, Andy had suggested maybe everybody watching and everyone staying out, and then everyone watch on Beam or on Zwift Live.
No, I was thinking everyone in the workout apart from you, but you control your workout through you program into your Garmin, so you're still getting your trainer controlled.
Oh, okay.
But you would then be able to click around.
Got it. So just one method. Okay, I got it now. Okay. Yeah, something worth looking
So
into.
only you outside the workout, and then you can click around and show other people's, so people can still see the bars and all the rest of it because you'll be watching other people. Can they? You know, they can't see that, can they? If you click on, say, pack, you can't see what workout you're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be the only downside.
Yeah. It would be cool if we all could get a bunch of people that were streaming and had them, and then had a condensed stream with everybody sort of doing the workout.
We got two of us in here on a multi-stream, Pat and I.
Oh, see, that's cool.
So you should be able to work it so you've got Zwift working for you, but then watching, you could bring in his beam. So you have 2 or 3 people
Okay.
who are streaming. So you don't necessarily need to see you don't need to, I know you want to go and see everyone and say, good job on the heart rate kind of thing, but you can still click around and inspire people by them seeing other people, not just you.
Yeah. I could bring in a window like that. Okay. That could work.
So they do a kind of Zwift on board with 2 or 3 regulars.
So if I were to do the SFT workout as opposed to the Heyman workout, on the intervals, so you have people kick their natural cadence by 10 up a couple times, then down a couple times.
That's what I did today on the SST stuff, just to keep it interesting.
All right.
I think I got it, Andy.
Oh, there's Pat.
Yeah, can you see it on mine?
Yeah. So maybe even if you could get that as the whole background window when you're clicking around, then you can come back to yourself, go to him.
All right, about
Otherwise,
45
it's a bit
seconds.
small.
45 seconds, everybody.
Yeah, at the end of your last
workout where
SST,
we talk at Jason while he's in VO2 max and he can't talk back to us. We need that live stream.
Oh man.
yeah, make him talk all the time.
Justin caught some of my VO2 max yesterday. You got the yucky face on. Here we go, everybody. Last one. 10 seconds or so. Finish strong, finish strong, finish steady.
All right, I'm gonna head over to the channel. See you guys.
That's it.
Bye, Justin. It's a tunnel, not a canyon.
Nice
Whatever.
job.
Crack the whip. Get in your interval.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Nice job, everybody. Kev, Pippa, Pat. That was really nice. It definitely helps us work out the bugs here.
That was brilliant. Slow cadence definitely does me in.
Yeah, it will. It just tells us what we need to work on, right?
Sure does.
Great job. Hey, Pippa, yeah, send me a message later. I want to hear what you thought, things we can make better for this workout thing.
Will do.
And Kev, if you're still on, definitely send me a message later. I want to hear what you have, thoughts and so forth. Thanks for joining us, Pat. Really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. It was fun. I was going to take the day off, but I saw this and thought it would be something different to do.
If I could have gotten up earlier, I would have come out and joined you guys, but I had to get a little bit of sleep.